Hi everyone, hope you're all doing well. My name is Rishabh Gupta and I'm here to talk to you about my GMAT journey and particularly about how target test prep helped me prepare for and achieve my goals. Just to give you a little bit of background, I completed my undergraduate degree in business management from St. Xavier's College in Mumbai. And post college, I joined a marketing consulting firm where I worked for around 4 years. I conducted primary market research and strategy work for top pharma clients. Now, I had an amazing experience at my first job, and there was a lot of learning. The learning curve was very steep, and I'm very thankful to my experience there. But there did come a point where I felt like I needed a little more, and I needed to explore other options or just see what else is out there in the world. So that is when I actually decided to pursue a master's degree, and I began preparing for the GMAT. Now, so I didn't know anything about the GMAT before that. I knew that some of my friends had been applying for masters abroad, but that had never been like one of my primary objectives. It was only after being exposed to a lot of people at my first company when I saw them how they're going out to do their masters. I was also curious and then motivated to do so. So in terms of GMAT preparation, I heard about target test prep from a friend of mine who had used the platform himself and he had gotten a really nice score. So based on his recommendation, I subscribed to the 5-day free subscription for target test prep. And let me tell you, like it's a very easy process. It took me not more than 2 minutes. I wasn't charged anything, and I didn't even have to, cancel it before it was automatically cancelled for me. So that experience was good. But based on that free subscription, I was pretty motivated to actually go for target test prep. Now, talking about my journey, so actually starting the preparation for GMAT, to be honest, I feel was the most difficult part of the entire journey because it had been a long time since I had spent several hours studying. So I wasn't used to sitting down and concentrating on text for so long. And more than that, I was also unsure about exactly how to start, like what topics should I start studying on first. Then, where do I get the practice questions? How much time do I spend on each topic? And so on and so forth. So I realized I needed a more structured approach, and that's where target test prep came in. So TTP, they provide you with a very comprehensive and well curated study plan. It essentially divides the entire curriculum into bite-sized chapters, and like every chapter has like hundreds of practice questions on every topic. So all you have to go through is like, so you have the option to go through the study plan by a mission based or a timeline based approach. I went for the mission based approach, and I would recommend others to do the same. I gotta say, TTP did a fabulous job with ensuring that the entire curriculum is well covered across quant, verbal, and data interpretation. And like every chapter was very detailed. There was nothing in the final exam that wasn't there in the TTP curriculum. I used this feature called active review sheets that TTP recommends, and I was using it to make notes for every chapter. And so this was tremendously helpful, especially during the final days leading up to the exam, because it helped me do a quick revision for almost every chapter. Now, my quant and data interpretation, to be honest, had always been strong. But critical reasoning and reading comprehensions, these two topics were where I faced most challenges. And most people might tell you that it's difficult to, improve your skill in these topics, and all you can do is practice. But thankfully, TTP showed me that it's not that case, and you can actually improve your skill for critical reasoning and reading comprehension. So their platform provided me a framework which I could apply to every question. And this really helped me improve my scores and also significantly improve my understanding of the questions itself, like what the question is asking, what aspect of the question statement I should be looking out for, so on and so forth. So I think for me, like even though a lot of people say that, for target test prep, like the quant is the best thing and the data interpretation is really nice, I feel like the critical reasoning and reading comprehension bit was actually what helped me the most. So overall, I followed the study plan on TTP to the letter. I completed every chapter and then test series mentioned in the sequence. The carefully designed sequence, mixing quant and verbal, that was also something that kept things interesting. So I didn't feel bogged down or fatigued by doing only one of those two things for a very long period of time. I was constantly interchanging between the two. Now, the most important aspect of my GMAT preparation would definitely have to be practice. So I actually wrote the GMAT twice, once in November of 2023 and then the second time in February of 2024. And the only major difference between these two attempts was practice. The second time around, I had done a lot more practice than the previous time. Uh, so yeah, I would definitely recommend you all to finish all of the questions on the Target Test Prep platform because one, it's obviously good practice and they will more or less represent every kind of question that you will see on the actual exam. Now, close to the exam, I also checked out the on targets analytic dashboard that TTP provides. So it basically gives you a sense of what are your strongest and weakest areas. Now, that helped me with two things. One, I was able to prioritize the last few days for certain topics which were among my weakest in terms of revision. And then, secondly, it also helped me understand that during the actual exam, if there is a question where I am thinking of spending more time, I would rather have it be a question from a topic which is one of my strongest areas rather than one of my weakest areas. So if I feel like it's one of my strongest areas, I would be more likely to spend more time on it as needed. But if it's from one of my weakest areas, I'd probably leave it for the end. Now, I do want to share a very, very important lesson from my actual exam. So I scored a 695 on the GMAT focus exam. And to be honest, TTP did equip me to score even higher. I made a big mistake in the quant section, which had substantial implications for me. So I spent too much time on one particular question. This is something that you will also see through the course, like Target Test Prep constantly advises you not to do. So I did miss out on this one particular thing. I spent too much time on one particular question, which led to me missing out on an easy question at the very end of that section. I was almost about to click on the right option, but the timer ran out. So, yeah, to anyone else listening out there, please make sure that you prepare yourself to leave the question, move on, and then get back to it in the end. I think that was like my biggest lesson from my exam. Now, all that being said, I think I do believe TTP is one of the most useful tools out there, and it played a significant role in helping me accomplish my GMAT goals. So, if you do follow the study plan, you put in the hours, and most importantly, you practice religiously, I don't think there's anything stopping you from earning a great score. So, to all the GMAT aspirants watching this, I wish you all the very best and hope you have a great experience.